Hello there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7, and I'm here with another vlog, and I like made my hair go whoosh. Anyway, this vlog is end of April update. Also, from a channel point of view, may have been slightly noticeable, but not super noticeable. But if you're on Twitter, you definitely, well, on my Twitter, you definitely know some things that have been going on. For a while there, I was only uploading one video a day instead of the two videos like I had been doing. Part of the reason for that, there was two reasons, but one more than the other. The smaller reason was because I was actually switching internet providers, and I originally had it set up so that one, technically they would be overlapping for about 2 or 3 days. But when the new internet provider came out, they found an issue in like how they install it, and they was like, we can't install it yet. So that person left, another person came the next day, and they installed the internet, and I don't know if it was communication, but they said they didn't think there was a problem, but then when they went to go actually set up the internet, there was no signal still, and he's like, alright, well, someone else is gonna have to come out and fix that issue. So then he left, and then the next day, the person, I think it was the next day after that, someone finally fixed the main issue, and the second internet came out. So there was like, I don't know, it was, may have been a day in between the installation and the other person coming to fix it. But either way, there was like a day and a half where I did not have internet fully. I was able to do some stuff on my phone, like I pre-did some things and was able to publish through my phone, I think. Because I think I got a video out every day, except for maybe one. Maybe there was one that I didn't. But, either way, there was that. But a big issue was my shoulder actually has been really bothering me. I don't really know what I fully did to it, and it started feeling better today. Now it's actually slowly starting to feel worse again as I was getting myself ready for these two videos that I was recording. So, you know, that's not a good thing for me, so I'm hopefully that's just a spur because I don't have any medicine on it right now. But basically, just to let anyone know who's, I feel like I may have told this story on here before, or at least partially. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, the story of why my shoulder is even hurting in the first place. So it was 4 or 5 years ago that I actually had a four-wheeler accident, and the four-wheeler had a trailer attached to it, and I was in behind it, in behind the four-wheeler, but in front of the trailer. My dad has some greenhouses, and we was actually moving some things, and I had to get back behind the four-wheeler, and the brakes went out and started rolling while I was back behind it. I tried to get up on top of it, but it did not work. It dragged me under, got hold of my leg and the axle, so it couldn't just let me drag over, like run over me and then leave me. It actually dragged me with it the whole entire time it was moving until the trailer finally, I forget what it's called, but the trailer got stuck on the four-wheeler itself and it came to a stop that way. If it not had happened that way, I don't know what would have happened, because the four-wheeler would have just kept going if it wasn't for the trailer. But it basically, I have a scar here, and it may have been noticeable sometimes before in some of my videos if I'm wearing a tank top or something like that. I have a horrible scar right here because it actually, I had a few places that open stores were like a road rash and burned because of the gravel road, and I was dragged through it, and it actually broke my shoulder blade. It actually crushed my shoulder blade bone into pieces, but because of the muscle surrounding it, it was able to heal. But there is one crack that is bigger than the other. But the other day I went to, well, I'm recording this on like the 24th of Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday the 24th. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it is the 24th though. And tomorrow it will be 2 weeks. I went to bend and grabbed something off of the floor, and I guess the way I did my arm, I went sort of backwards while grabbing it. Did something, and at first I didn't think it was like a big deal, but the very next day when I went and worked in the greenhouses, it started getting sore and sore, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to rest it. And I took like Friday where I just rested it and did things like that, and I actually got to record some episodes, which I mentioned in those episodes that my shoulder was sort of bothering me. But playing with a controller does not hurt, but actually being at my PC hurts the way that my arm had to be, and the pain just kept getting worse, and then it actually just continued to persist. Like I said, it's gonna be like 2 weeks starting next week that my shoulder has been sore. Today is probably the best it's felt in a really long time, but I had one day where it started feeling really well, and then the very next day it started to go back to hurting pretty badly. It's caused me not to be able to sleep very well, because I can't sleep, but on my stomach mainly, because even on my back I have to find a certain way, because not put pressure on it for it not to hurt. So it's been a long process, and like I said, I can't use my PC for long extended times. Today's probably the longest I've gotten to use it, which has been nice, but I'm still trying not to overuse my arm, but I have done more today on my arm than I have in a while, so I am a little concerned that maybe I've started doing too much too soon, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I do not regret it, but fingers crossed that it will be fine. But that is the reason why that I had only one videos there for a while, like one video a day there for a while, because one, my internet was out, but the main thing was my shoulder. I couldn't really edit, and I couldn't record anything like Sims. I'm good on recordings on my consoles right now. I have 2 or 3 lined up ready to go of each series that come off of my consoles, and I do have some things lined up from Sims, but not as much. But that would be why I am getting back to the 2 videos a day, though, because my shoulder the last few days hasn't been the greatest, but it hasn't been the worst either. It's been good enough that I can sit at my computer for a longer period of time and try to get some editing done, and if not, I can at least save the progress and just go and rest it up for like 10, 15, 20 minutes and come back and finish the editing. So it hasn't been as bad. I've been able to get some things going. So I have a lot of videos ready to go and all that stuff. So hopefully my shoulder is better by tomorrow or the next day, and it won't be causing me more issues, and I will get back to actually recording some Sims. I miss playing my dear lovely Sims. Oh, my Sims. But anyway, so that was just my little explanation to why I haven't had as many videos there for a while. If you were on Twitter, you probably already knew that, but just in case you missed those tweets, or if you're not following me on Twitter yet, this is why. My shoulder's been a butt. So, but like I said, it's feeling pretty better. The one time that it started feeling really well, I didn't keep medicine on it as much as I had been. So the past 2 days with it feeling better, I've been still keeping medicine on it. So hopefully that is a change that will help go for the better. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being patient. And I hope you've been enjoying what content has been coming out. If there's any particular games that you want me to try, or anything, any suggestions of challenges over on Sims, something, don't ever be afraid to leave those down in the comments. I love taking suggestions, and if certain things are suggested so much, or if I look into it and it's like, I really want to do this, then I'll definitely do it. So, and I also I like hearing feedback, but this is just a little update, let y'all know what's going on. I still may have a few shoulder issues, but hopefully it's never gonna regress so bad that I can't do things as much. So from now on, it should be fine. Should be good to go once my shoulder if my shoulder just progressively gets better. Hopefully. But thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying the channel, enjoying the different series and things like that, and share the content, and subscribe if you're not already. I will have all of my social medias down below. Twitter is the real big one. Like I said, I tend to update on there as of the daily basis if something's going on. So that's the big one. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will have all of my series down in the playlist below too. Down in the playlist. Down in the description below as well. It can't be a video of mine without me messing up multiple words and sentences. So, anyway, thank you so much. Bye.